Foreign Secretary Liz Truss warned Russia and China that Britain and its allies would stand together to fight for democracy against dictatorships. In her speech to the Lowry Institute think tank in Sydney, Truss warned of the challenges posed by China and Russia to freedom-loving democracies.
China and Russia have spotted an ideological vacuum, and they're rushing to fill it. They are emboldened in a way that we haven't seen since the Cold War.
Truss said democracy should rise up to face the threats, and the UK is working with NATO and partners like Australia, India, Japan and Israel to build a global network of liberty. She said dictatorships tend to group together.
And we're seeing the alignment of authoritarian regimes around the world. It's no surprise that regimes like Belarus, North Korea and Myanmar find their closest allies in Moscow and Beijing. They don't look to these nations as partners, but as puppets.
Truss and Defence Secretary Ben Wallace are visiting Sydney for the annual Australia-UK ministerial consultations. The deal for Australia to acquire nuclear submarines as part of AUKUS was discussed. Prime Minister Scott Morrison talked about the aim of the partnership in his speech to the World Economic Forum.
This will also contribute to peace, stability and security in the Indo-Pacific region, benefiting all who live here. We want to maintain an open, rules-based international system that allows all nations to flourish, free from coercion.
Morrison said the Indo-Pacific has become the world's strategic centre of gravity, and the competition has impacted all countries in the region. He called for respect for countries' sovereignty.
And common sense says that we can respect each other's countries' differences and we can have different political systems. But at the end of the day, we have to respect the sovereignty of each nation. And the idea that we would be in some sort of hemisphere of influence by any one power in the region is not something that I think is consistent with global stability, indeed regional stability.
Under the AUKUS Pact, the US and Britain have agreed to help Australia secure nuclear submarines. The alliance is widely seen as a response to China's militarisation in the region, particularly in the strategically important South China Sea. Joanna Conway, NTD News.